Well, everybody, here we go. Another little adventure in the woods here. We got this. We got this piece with some old dead ash trees in it, and what we're doing is going in and selectively harvesting some of these old dead ash trees, and you can see that some of these trees are really pretty big. I mean, this size of tree is all that we got saws enough to handle. I bought a big bar for the Husqvarna, and I'm waiting for it to show up. We're going to use that to saw this big stuff. But we've knocked the road down in, and like I said, there's some really nice maple in here, and there's a bunch of cedar trees, and we've only thinned what we've had to thin in order to get into the dead ash. And some of these dead ash trees, you can see this tree is 2 foot around. I mean, this is a pretty big tree, and in order to move it, why, of course, we got to cut it. We got to cut it into log lengths so that I get it on the trailer. And my poor old dump trailer, I've had that trailer for a dozen years, and using it around the excavator, I pounded it pretty hard sometimes. But what we'll do is Matt will notch the tree best he can, and then I'll end up pushing it over with the excavator. Now, even with a machine, you got to stay away from this stuff, and this tree is a classic example. When we pushed it over, it hung up, and you can see there's a stick on the right there of the tree that's ready to fall down. If you're under that tree and it hits you, that's why they call them widowmakers. You got to be real careful that stuff don't come down and hit you on the head. That's why safety's always got to be a consideration. Always wear your hard hat in the woods. And of course, I'm in the cab of the machine and back away from it. But you'll watch as I get up next to this tree, and I'm kind of studying it out of the frame there, what's hanging it up. Can I push it over, or do I have to hook onto it and pull it off the stump? And you can see that widowmaker come down, and then we've got this other little dead tree right next to it here. I pushed that over so it wouldn't fall on the cab of the tractor. Give me some room to get the bucket, because I'm using this a 30-inch bucket. So I had to get in behind the tree and pull on it, and when I pulled on it, it split right up the other side. See it? And I had to back away from it because it wanted to come right toward me, and I didn't want it obviously to come into the cab of the tractor. So I got away from it, and then got the bucket underneath it, and when I picked it up, it come right toward me. Look at that! I pushed it out of the way and let it to the ground without no damage or anyone getting hurt. So then it's just a matter of me being in a position to. There's a lot of times these trees they'll pinch the saw, and if you don't have a machine to help you, you got to have an extra saw to get your first saw out. But here we've got with the excavator, it makes it quite a bit easier, because you can pick this stuff up and move it around. Pretty easy when you get it bucked into 12 or 16 foot lengths like this. And again, it's a matter of just carrying it down and loading it on the trailer. This stuff we're going to take up to the yard, and we're going to saw it into blocks, and then ultimately we'll take the bucket off and put the splitter on the excavator, and I'll end up once we get it blocked up, we'll split it with the excavator. Which again, having the machines and using them, here we are pushing another big tree over, and as you see, we got a little opening to put it, and it still hangs up in those other trees there. So it was a matter of trying to lift it off the stump. You can see where the hinge is holding it just a little bit on the stump there, and get repositioned here where I could lift it. And again, you pick it up and it splits off the back, you got to be careful they don't come after you. And once I could get it up where I could hold it with the machine, and then I could just pull it into the clear where we can buck it up into pieces that we can handle. You just can't handle the whole tree like that, coming down out of the woods like that. And of course, trying to not damage the live trees is what our goal is. So, we need a little land in here. So, got this one. Get it out in the clear, get the brush away from it, and just pick it up. And it's good with the excavator because I can carry the wood and we don't get dirt on it that way. Because it's very very important when you're trying to saw to not have dirt on the logs, because they will dull your chainsaw right up pretty quick. So that's always a goal too. Here we got one that's bigger than we can handle in one piece, and we got Matt Matt cutting it down through there. And of course, this is one of them ones that was fussy, and I picked it up, but it still wanted to pinch the saw. So he'd given me some directions, letting it down, letting it up, and it had the saw pretty good there. So ultimately what we had to do, I mean, we fussed with it for quite a few minutes there, trying to get the saw free. You can see it splitting on the bottom, and you want to be careful not to bend the bar on your saw. So I ended up going up and getting the top and lifting it, and that got the saw free. And of course, it's just a matter of picking it up and getting it positioned. I had to get this up where Matt could get the saw on it, cut that one big log free. So once we had it where it didn't pinch the saw, there we go. We were able to get it free. I got it, and of course Matt was waiting for me right there, so I just swung it out of our way where we could work and went back, because we wanted to take this other butt log off of here. You can see it's kind of gnarly. I knocked it down on the ground, and he was able to take them two big branches off. And again, trying to use the machine to keep the saw from pinching, I pushed down on it and it raised it up there where he was sawing, and it cut it right free. So we were able to, and it still got a little bit on it hanging it, so I picked it up and I dropped it, and that broke it loose. And of course, we got all the limb wood that's in the woods yet. And during the week when Matt's not here to help me, I can go down there. I can go down there and pull that small stuff out and get it in a pile where we can just swing it around and saw it with a chainsaw. Like I said, this you see we got a pretty big load of wood going on here, and about all my poor little trailer wants to handle. But we got it loaded up, and again, you got to be careful. This stuff is heavy, and you can get hurt, and you can damage. You can see my poor trailer is all beat up. I beat the fenders right off in it. But this is our last big log for this load, and we're just picking it up. And again, having the excavator to move this stuff is key, because we don't have to drag it. We can pick it up and carry it and get it loaded on the trailer, and keeps it clean. So hope you enjoyed the little trip to the woodlot there with Matt and Daryl being lumberjacks.